Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy. Yes, I know the Oscars are still technically happening right now, even though it might not be happening after I upload this video. But as I'm recording this, they haven't announced Best Picture yet, but come on. Come on now. We all know who's winning Best Picture. Oppenheimer. That's where the trend is heading. That's who has the most momentum. Best director, best actor, best supporting actor, won a bunch of technical awards, best cinematography, best score. It's gonna win Best Picture. Unless Maestro pulls an upset at the 12th hour with no wins under its belt the whole night and just happens to snag the biggest and most coveted prize of the evening, I doubt anyone's taking Best Picture outside of Oppenheimer. Its best competitor is Poor Things, and I don't think Poor Things is winning Best Picture. Although, if it did, and I find out after recording this video that it did, I would not be upset with it. Because I'm going to be honest, this year was an explosive W, huh? Get it? Because Oppenheimer, oh my God. I guess old habits die hard. And if it's going to be a Black Critic Guy video, I got to throw in a pun somewhere, right? But in all seriousness, this was a big win for the Oscars this year. Because, man, the last few years, the winners, the presentation, the show as a whole has just been upsetting. But this year, like, I almost have no complaints for all the winners. I think the only complaint I truly have is with, and I know I might get hate for this, but I felt like the wrong Barbie song won Best Original Song. I get, you know, that other song is a little bit more meaningful, and Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas, they're great artists. But man, this is twice in a row. Well, not in a row, but like twice now. These two have won an Oscar, and I'm like, I disagree with them winning the Oscar. They won one for the James Bond thing they made about, I think, 2 years ago. And now here they are. They won again for Barbie. And each time I always felt like there was someone that was better. There was a song that was better. In this case, I felt like the wrong Barbie song won Best Original Song. You know, I don't know. I disagree with it, especially because the impact of the song, it's so perfect. That should have been the winner, but fine. Give it to Billie Eilish. She's a good artist, I guess. But every other category, every other win, I loved. Particularly, you know what I'm most excited about? The Boy and the Heron won Best Animated Feature. I love that so much. I saw Boy and the Heron back in January. At first, it did confuse me. The film did confuse me. But once I started like following it a little closer and paying a little bit more attention, I got the grasp of what the story was trying to tell. And the personal story that's attached to this film, like if you look into the backstory of the making of this film and what it was based on and all that stuff, it's pretty powerful. I love it. And Hayao Miyazaki winning anything is always going to be a win. I don't care what he made. It's already he could make a sandwich. He could make a sandwich and I'd be like, you know what? Best Picture goes to Hayao Miyazaki making a sandwich. That's how amazing I think he is as a director. And I saw that Spider-Verse was trending, and you know what? For the first time ever, a trending topic on Twitter was actually pretty mild and well-behaved. I thought people were like, this is bullshit. Spider-Verse got robbed. Oh my God, Spider-Verse got robbed. I thought that was what the discourse was going to be, but I was pleasantly surprised that many people were like, you know, not bad. You know, I mean, I would have loved Spider-Verse to win. Spider-Verse meant a lot to me, but I am okay with Hayao Miyazaki winning. In fact, one of my favorite quotes was from Christopher Miller, who responded to losing to The Boy and the Heron. He said, well, you know, it hurts to lose, but, you know, if you lose to the GOAT, or there's no shame in losing to the GOAT. I'm paraphrasing. That's not exactly what he says, but there is no like shame to losing to the GOAT. And they're absolutely right about that. You know, you can lose, you know, it sucks to lose, but, you know, losing to one of the greatest animation directors of all time, there's no shame in losing to that guy. All right? There's no shame. It'd be more shameful if you lost to Brave. I feel bad for all the guys that were nominated alongside Brave and lost to Brave. That's an embarrassing loss. That's an embarrassing loss. But losing to Hayao Miyazaki, that's not a bad loss. All right? You should be just honored to be in the same category as Hayao Miyazaki. So, and then of course Oppenheimer basically swept all the awards I thought it would. I knew it was going to win Best Cinematography. The cinematography of that film is, oh man, French kisses all day. I'm super stoked that Robert Downey Jr. won his first Academy Award, although I'm a bit iffy on his speech. I felt like he was trying too hard to be funny, and he kind of came off a bit of an asshole and insincere, but I'm just delighted that he won. You know, I've rooted for the guy for many years. Robert Downey Jr. is my father's favorite actor of all time. I called him a couple of minutes ago to tell him that he won because I knew he wasn't watching the show. And I said, hey, Dad, just wanted to let you know, Robert Downey Jr. just won an Oscar. The moment I said that, he's like, really? Oh, my God. Like, he was genuinely delighted. And then he later said that he was kind of in tears. Because, again, he loves Robert Downey Jr. My dad does not watch a lot of movies. He does not like superhero movies. He watched all the Iron Man movies and all the Avengers movies. Why? Because Robert Downey Jr. was in it. That's how much he likes this guy. So, it meant a lot to him that Robert Downey Jr. won this award. And I'm sure it meant a lot to Robert Downey Jr., even though, like I said, I felt like he kind of came off as insincere. Cillian Murphy winning Best Actor, though, that made me smile. That really did. I followed that guy I followed him back in the 28 Days Later Cillian Murphy, before he attached himself to Christopher Nolan. And when he attached himself to Christopher Nolan, I always felt like he was Christopher Nolan's unsung hero. He always played like these smaller roles in all of these Christopher Nolan joints. And I felt like this was Christopher Nolan paying back the dividends, of all the hard work Cillian has put into most of Christopher Nolan's films. He's like, you know what, Cillian? For all the help that you've given me over the years, I'm going to give you the role of a lifetime. I'm going to cast you as Robert Oppenheimer, J. Robert Oppenheimer, and I will get you that Oscar. And look what happened. Speaking of the man of the hour, Christopher Nolan wins Best Director. Finally! I mean, we've known it for years, but it's so good to finally get that recognition. Like, oh my God, it's been so long. And, it felt great. I was super delighted seeing it. I watched his speech, loved his speech. Loved his shout out to his wife. He had the line of, producer of all of my films and producer of all of my children. Very well said. Well said, Christopher. And I like that he was very sincere about winning the award and feeling like he's now a part of film history, even though he has always been a part of film history. Don't get it twisted. Winning an Oscar does not make you a part of film history. Making great films and being an impactful and influential director makes you part of film history. You can't tell the story of film and not mention Christopher Nolan. But the fact that he got that recognition after all these years and all of his hard work, beautiful. I am touched. I love it. What other nomination or what other wins did I really like? I did like the Best Adapted Screenplay. It went to American Fiction. Yes. Original Screenplay, I believe it went to Poor Things. Which, again, awesome. Although, it really hurts me because I feel like Yorgos Lanthimos should have won Best Original Screenplay when he made The Lobster, when he did The Favorite. Like, those scripts are great. I'm not saying Poor Things is a bad script, but those scripts were equally deserving. Equally deserving. Oh, Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson won his first Oscar after how many years, too? And this is just a night of firsts. Christopher Nolan wins his first Oscar. Cillian Murphy wins his first Oscar. Robert Downey Jr. wins his first Oscar. And now Wes Anderson wins his first Oscar. And it took him making a short film to finally win an Oscar. How about that? I mean, I wish it was one of his, main films. Sorry, I'm a little sweaty because there's no aircon in this room, so forgive me if I'm wiping my face. But I'm glad that he won. I mean, he's been more than deserving for so many years. So the fact that he won is excelente. I have no problem with that. Oh, yeah, I really have no complaints about this Oscars. Again, I haven't seen the telecast. I don't need to. I think just hearing the winners, watching their speeches, that's as much Oscars as I need. I don't need any of the fluff. So, and I guess I feel like Oppenheimer won Best Picture. I doubt that I'm going to have to make any sort of corrections on that. I'm pretty certain he won Best Picture. And because it won Best Picture, I'm going to go outside and enjoy myself by watching Oppenheimer once again, because it is that great of a film in my opinion. The minute it was available on digital, I bought it immediately because I couldn't get enough of that film. I remember I watched it three times in the theater. That's how much I loved that film. 3 times I watched it in the theaters. So overall, a gigantic W for film, gigantic W for Oppenheimer, gigantic W for Christopher Nolan. It's a gigantic W for the audience, honestly. And for all Christopher Nolan fans and fans of great cinema, it's overall a great win. I couldn't be more delighted. Again, I can't even think of one category that I wasn't, besides best song. Every other category I'm pretty okay with. I'm pretty awesome about. I feel great about it. Also, I know I didn't mention it, but Emma Stone being a 2-time Academy Award winner, I love that. And she definitely deserved to win for Poor Things. She gave the best performance of the year, in my opinion. Best performance of the year, in my opinion. So those are my thoughts on the Oscars, or at least some of the Oscars. I didn't talk about, some of the technical awards. Godzilla -1, hey! Best visual effects, what a win. What a win for Japan, man, seriously. Best visual effects, best animated feature, a win for Nihon all around. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Oscars 2024. Did you watch the full telecast? I did not. So let me know, did I miss anything that was awesome? I guess I should mention, there is one thing I did see. I'm just Ken. Where I see love, she sees a friend. That actually lived up to the hype. That looked great. That was a really good performance. I mean, he was off key a couple of times, but we're not watching that musical number because we want to hear a great singer. We want to see it for the presentation, and the presentation, fabulous. And I honestly thought it should have won Best Song. In my opinion, should have won. But if it wasn't that, then it should have been Peaches. I'm not even joking. It should have been Peaches. Should have been Peaches. I'm just saying. Should have been Peaches. Anywho, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Sorry I'm a little sweaty. Sorry I'm a little rambly. But that's all I have to say now. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, if you'd like to see more, subscribe to the channel. Like this video if you really enjoyed it. And I'm 21 Second, the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube. Now, how do I turn this damn thing?